Hello Dinkum fans, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome in if it's your first time here. So I don't know about you guys, but I have been trying to think about something to do with my mine for a little while now. And y'all, we have trains. Trains, do you hear me? Trains. So I thought, what better way than to introduce the trains to the mines. And so I did a little bit of a little vignette here. Now obviously this is on my building island, so there's no real continuity going on. So we're using the railway bridges, which I absolutely love. I also love the tracks as well, but the railway bridge just kind of gives a little bit more of a train feel, right? So we're doing this with the mines. I did kind of wish that we had the ability to kind of creatively interject some rocks that had ore, because I think that would look really cool. Now, those that know that I am not the best at math, so the tape measure definitely becomes my friend when trying to figure out the spacing for these road lamps. I love these road lamps. I think that they are just such an ingenious addition to the game, so well done, James. I am loving the update so far. It is in open beta right now, so the actual update for the game is on the 29th of October. If you're watching this in the future, I hope you are enjoying the update, and I hope that this gives you an idea on maybe what to do with your mine if you're kind of stuck. Now, it is a very simplistic design by origin, because I don't think it should be like this grandiose, convoluted thing going on. So I wanted to kind of hide my mine a little bit, just to kind of add to the mystique, right? So we're using the gum trees to kind of overshadow the mine a little bit, give it that eerie kind of otherworldly feel to it. Now, another idea that I had while introducing the trains to the mines was also giving, the miners, right, some place to relax and some place to enjoy what they're doing and all of their free time. And the buildings, right? I love the idea of making fake buildings. Like, it's always been a thing that we could do in Dinkum, right? But I love kind of taking it to the next level. And so when laying out this mine design, I wanted to add some water. I wanted to add some pretty things on top of it just being kind of all one color and one sort of idea, right? Just the rocks, the quarry, if you will. And so I kind of took the idea of the mines and ran with it just a little bit. And I haven't really been feeling incredibly inspired the last year or so that I've been away. So with this update, it's exactly what I needed in order to sort of rekindle that lost creativity that I had. And so I just kind of, with the trains, it clicked, right? So we're doing a mining town, right? So we have a quarry close by. We've got the mines close by. There is a building that you're not supposed to be seeing because that's another video, but we did, some other fun things in this town. This was the original island that I started with when Dinkum first came out. So when it was in early access, and so it has a special place in my heart. And so I don't want to say like it's a forever island, because it's obviously not going to be, but it's kind of the island that when I started streaming Dinkum, when I started making videos for Dinkum, it was the island that I used. So it's kind of a mishmash of things. So what I've been doing, unfortunately, is I've been doing a build and I've been taking it down, just because it's not going to be conducive to the island overall. I was thinking about starting just another recording island where all I did was just random builds, but that takes time. And you know, Dinkum for me is a game that I love to play for fun, and that I think is something like that for all of us, right? Now these the creeping vines, I absolutely love, you guys, because they will actually affix themselves to anything that you dirt print up, which is so cool. So it kind of gives you, you know, that antique old world kind of look that can go really well on a lot of different islands. You know, I had to put the bush devils, I had to put the golden bush devils at the entrance of the mine, just because it's automatically what you think of when you go down there, right? Just pure evil. pure evil. So this is the I called it the Miners Association, and I misspelled miners intentionally. Like, it's a fun play on words, but everybody's of legal age, don't worry. So instead of M-I-N-E-R-S, I did M-I-N-O-R-S. You know, minor, someone who is underage, but you know, a miner who's also obviously working in a coal mine or in any kind of other ore mine. The more I look at it, I realize I may have made the building just a little bit too tall, but that's okay, because I wanted it to be not really grand, but I wanted it to obviously stand out. I wanted it to make a statement. And so I went through so many dirt printers, y'all, let me tell you. So many dirt printers. Like, I was editing this video, and I swear to you, no joke, there was literally 10 minutes where I was doing nothing but changing out my dirt printers. Like, I went through so many, like, it is not even funny. So I do a lot in creative mode. So I have one island that is creative, just because when I'm doing builds and videos, obviously I need to get to things quickly. But if creative mode isn't for you, don't do it. And that's the thing, like, play the game the way you want to play the game, and don't let anybody ever tell you you can't play it a certain way. So as long as it doesn't take you away from the gameplay and the enjoyment of the game, then I say go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. So when I first started to toy around with the idea of fake buildings, I was so intimidated, because it's like, I'm not a good builder, right? I'm not, you know, I'm not really good at like spatial planning, but I think I'm okay. I'm not the best, but so I kind of try out my ideas first before I actually start recording them, just to see A, if the dimensions will work out, and B, if I like the overall design. And I kind of like the L-shaped house, just because when you do the roofing, I think it looks really sleek, it looks really clean, and you can do a whole lot with it too, in terms of like a pitched roof, or like just kind of like a humped roof, or really any kind of design goes really, really well with an L-shaped house. And plus, it takes up a good amount of space. So if you're also not very good at spatial planning, like planning out your spaces, an L-shape is really good to go with, because it can fit in so many different instances. Now, in retrospect, I realize I may have made the doorway too long. I did it 3 wide and it should have only been 2, because I was struggling so much with trying to get everything to fit the way that I wanted it to. I was trying to kind of line it up with where the train was at, like where the train line was at, and somehow it caught me off guard, but in the end it did work out. So the cool thing about the cobblestone is it can act as a window, right? If you from a distance, it looks like windows. And I wanted to go with a brick house just because, you know, it's a mine. I was thinking about going with tin, but then I tried it out and it was just way too shiny. Like, it was so shiny. So we went with the brick, and I was testing out the cement too, because I really like the way the smooth cement looks, but it was too flat for me. And so I went back to the brick, and I'm really glad I did, because I think it really made the building pop, and it just made the entire build come together. And I missed a window. I didn't realize that. The things you realize after you're editing, it's like, oh, I forgot a window. That's okay. I will call myself out totally on that one. So the cement roof, I think, looked really cool. And so I really liked the contrast. Like, I was going to use black tile, and then I was going to use some other different things. And I can't stress this enough, guys. Like, utilize this tape measure. Like, again, if you are bad at math like me, it's a lifesaver to kind of know, not really know where the middle is, but also you can kind of have a little bit of fun with it too. So it ended up being a lifesaver. And, you know, we gotta have some ventilation, right? So we have some AC units here, and the ramps, I really love to use those as the pitched roofing. It's such a sleek design, and it's one that just looks so cool when it's done. Now, I didn't edit out completely me looking in my pockets, just because sometimes when people are watching videos, they don't catch right away what it is you're using. So I kind of left some of them up just so that everybody could see. And so I used the black on this little pitch here just as, you know, again, a contrast of colors. Like, don't be afraid to utilize colors, right? Because you never know what's going to work and what's not going to work until you try it out. And I think that this ended up so cute. And, you know, I like this double pitch roof idea. And, you know, I extended it out because obviously when I built it, there was no center. So I had to be creative, right? That's what we're all about. We're being creative. And so we used the tin pergola, I think, just because, again, it's a tin mine. And we're using the iron and cement fencing. We're using an iron sign. So here you see I did Miners Association instead of M-I-N-E-R-S. I did M-I-N-O-R-S. And, of course, using the cement and iron fence is my favorite. It's my favorite in Animal Crossing. It's my favorite in Dinkum. And so, of course, I had to utilize it. We're at the mines. Of course, right? So I really enjoyed this build so much. Just the creativeness and, you know, feeling inspired once again. And I really hope you guys are also enjoying if you're doing the beta. And, of course, guys, look at this. The train. Hello, the train. And it's gold. It has to be gold. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe for more from me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.